Okay, last video in the Geek Week on MathJax. So watch the other videos just for an introduction to MathJax, the JavaScript library that allows you to have beautiful math straight from your LaTeX equations. So in this video, I'm just going to briefly show you how you use those configuration files that I talked about in the previous videos, how you're going to use those in Quarto. So I'll post this in the comments for this video, not the comments, the description for this video, and you can kind of read about it here. I put an issue in the Quarto CLI. This isn't it's in issues, but it's just a enhancement thing, just hoping that they can give you a YAML so you can have equation numberings, so you don't have to do all those configuration files. But for now, you do need to load those configuration files. But if you're using Quarto, everything is so much easier. First off, you if you say format HTML, and Quarto is using MathJax 3. It's not using this way out of date one, so you don't have to worry about loading a different MathJax library. All you do is say HTML method MathJax, because there's a few other ones you could use, but you want to tell it you want to use MathJax, and then include in header that HTML configuration file. And let's go back here. So what's that configuration file look like? Not this, you don't want that. So you don't need that because Quarto's loading up that library for you. You just need this. So this is if you just want numbers, but you don't want numbers that are update with section. And then this one, this hairy bit, this is what you're going to use if you need to update by section. But remember, if you do that, you do need to add this little bit to update after each section, update the counter. So you've got to put that in there. And also you're going to have to add some a little definition to the header if you're also rendering to PDF. So Quarto makes it really great. You can just render to all these formats, but you don't. You're going to have to tell LaTeX what this next section is, because you only defined it for the HTML. Okay, watch the previous video to learn about that. It's just right here. This is what you do, and in this issue I show some sample. Here's a sample QMD file. It's just going to have regular numbering, and this shows you that little script you put in there. Okay. Oh, I was actually going to show you one other thing, and this is actually a really handy thing to know, and that is that for your HTML, you can include a file where you define all your math that you use. You don't have to just include that raw in your RMarkdown file. A really cool thing about this is the same for Quarto and for RMarkdown. You can just insert raw text definitions, and it understands it, and then you can just use it in your file. So here I have so many definitions, right? And because I'm using all this weird math, so I just define things like hat YYT, and then I just use that, and I don't have to remember all this nasty stuff to create that. So you can go ahead and do that. Just include it here. For our markdown, it's child. Quarto, I think Quarto also recognizes child, but I think it has another way to do it too, to do includes. Okay, enjoy writing math.